In this video, we're going to delve into the art of making yourself unforgettable after a date. And stick around until the end because this can truly transform how you come across when you're trying to make an impression on someone special. Whether it's a first date or any other date, we all tend to get a bit nervous, don't we? We worry about how we'll be perceived and if we'll leave a lasting mark. So while we'll share some valuable insights and tips, remember that being yourself is the most important thing. Welcome to Heartfelt Guidance, your pathway to love and understanding. Are you ready to unlock the secrets of successful relationships? Do you want to navigate the world of dating with confidence and grace? Look no further. You found your ultimate destination for all things love, connections, and human psychology. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss out on the illuminating advice we have in store. Join our community of like-minded individuals who are committed to building meaningful connections and fostering love in their lives. Start on the ground. One of the first steps to being unforgettable on a date is to start on the ground. It's true, the initial "how are you" question can often feel like navigating a minefield. The reality is, the simple question can be incredibly challenging to answer honestly and precisely because our lives are intricate and the answer isn't a straightforward one-liner. So here's a game-changing approach. Reverse it. Begin on the ground and work your way up to the 50,000-foot view. What does this mean? Well, instead of immediately diving into broad and vague questions, start with something tangible. Talk about what happened this morning, a movie you recently watched and loved, or something you're eagerly looking forward to in the next month. Think about it this way. Before the date, ask yourself, what's in the news of my life right now? What's been going on today, this week, or even just the last hour? It doesn't have to be an earth-shattering event. The key is having feelings about it. Even the most seemingly mundane experiences can be a great conversation starters if you have a genuine emotional connection to them. You see, the basis of a great story isn't necessarily the extraordinary nature of the event. It's about the emotions you attach to it. So by discussing something that's recently happened or sharing your thoughts about a movie you watched, you're initiating the conversation on a solid ground. This makes it feel more organic, engaging, and allows you to gradually progress to a deeper and more meaningful topics about each other. Starting on the ground helps create a connection that's far more unforgettable than diving straight into the high-altitude small talk. Connect, don't coach. It's quite frustrating when we muster the courage to share something a little vulnerable, and instead of empathizing with the vulnerability and perhaps sharing a bit of their own, the other person immediately slips into advise mode. This tendency, especially on a date, can be a real mood killer. Here's the thing. Giving unsolicited advice often creates an undesirable dynamic. It can make the conversation feel like a mentor-mentee relationship, a coach-student scenario, or even a therapist-client interaction. None of these dynamics are particularly sexy or conducive to genuine connection. They tend to elevate one person above the other, and it can feel a bit uncomfortable. Picture this scenario. You mentioned that you enjoy writing but sometimes struggle with overthinking your work before you even start. Rather than connecting with your vulnerability, someone jumps in with advice like, you should write every day, set a schedule, and stop overthinking. It's irksome because it's dismissive of your feelings. What could be far more attractive and engaging is if, in response to your vulnerability, the other person says something like, I totally get that. I face similar challenges with creative projects. It's challenging to dive in sometimes. This response not only acknowledges your struggle, but also shows self-awareness and proactiveness, which are appealing qualities. By expressing understanding and vulnerability of their own, they're creating a moment of genuine connection. They're not offering advice, they're saying, I see you and I can relate. It's a beautiful way to build rapport and engage in a real, meaningful conversation. So, on a date, remember to connect rather than coach, and you'll create a more memorable and enjoyable experience for both parties. If you're still there, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more relationship advice like these. Now let's get back into the video. Listen and capture. One of the most valuable pieces of advice for any date or meeting, whether it's a romantic rendezvous or business encounter, is to listen and capture. This concept transcends romantic attraction and applies to various aspects of life, from job interviews to client meetings and pitch sessions. Being truly present in the moment starts with being curious about the other person. You have to ask questions to genuinely understand and connect with them. It's about showing a sincere interest in their thoughts, experiences, and perspectives. However, it's not just about asking questions. It's about active listening, which means fully tuning in to what the other person is saying. Active listening is a powerful tool. Instead of formulating your response while the other person is speaking, you immerse yourself in their words. You're not thinking about how impressive your reply will be or how you can one-up their story. It's a common habit to try and story trump someone, taking their narrative and trying to make it about you by sharing similar or more impressive experience. This habit often arises from the desire to prove oneself as equally fascinating or impressive, but it can derail genuine connection. To truly connect, you should ask a question and then let the other person speak. Be present, engaged, and impressed by what they're sharing. If something piques your interest or you don't fully understand, don't hesitate to ask follow-up questions. This not only shows that you're actively listening, but also that you genuinely care about their thoughts and experiences. It's a surefire way to make a lasting impression during any interactions, whether it's a date or a business meeting. Capturing their essence. The ability to capture the essence of someone or what they've expressed to us is what sets us apart and makes us truly unforgettable to that person. It's about understanding them on a deeper level, receiving facets of their personality that others might overlook, and demonstrating an awareness of who they are in a short period of time. This kind of connection stems from genuine listening, not just hearing words, but absorbing their meaning and emotions. When you make someone feel understood in this way, it builds intimacy, and that is the key to being unforgettable. Intimacy isn't necessarily about physical closeness. It's about emotional closeness and connection. When someone feels that you've captured the essence, they sense that you've seen something in them that others haven't, or that you've delved into their thoughts and feelings. It creates a bond that lingers in their memory long after the date is over. Now, if you find yourself in a situation during the date where you want to recapitulate what your date has said, but feel like you don't fully understand them, that's actually a good sign. It means you're self-aware and genuinely invested in getting to know them better. You can use this moment as an opportunity to ask more questions, inquire about what you don't understand, or seek clarification on what they meant. This not only shows your commitment to understanding them, but also keeps the conversation flowing in a meaningful way. Remember, building this kind of connection takes time and effort, but it's what sets you apart and makes you unforgettable. When you truly capture someone's essence, they'll find it hard not to call you after the date because they feel you've seen a part of them that others might have missed. It's a profound way to create lasting impressions and foster genuine connections with others. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever had a date where you felt truly understood or where you captured someone's essence? I'd love to hear your stories. If you'd like to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thank you again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, stay unforgettable.